Hi, Leap of Faith team. This is Emily Fennell, Diamond Ambassador. Tracy asked me to make a quick video for you guys about a training that she kind of wanted you all to hear. So, I think one of the hardest things in this business is to see the potential in someone who starts that they don't see themselves, because you want the success for them, but you can't do it for them. So what makes that person see the potential in themselves and start taking initiative to do the things they need to do to be successful? I want to tell you guys some things that you probably don't know about me. When I started, actually before I started Plexus, I was a little bit like, if you guys have seen Office Space, Jennifer Aniston in Office Space. I've always just, it's kind of my personality. I will do what you tell me to do, but I'm not one to go above and beyond. I'm not a go-getter. Or I should have said I wasn't a go-getter. I just always did where you set the bar, I would meet those expectations, and I never went above and beyond. So that might surprise some of you, because now here I sit as a diamond. How do you get all the way to the top of this company being someone who's not really a go-getter? Well, that actually is what I kind of analyzed, and I wanted to share with you. And what it comes down to is I believed that I could do it. I think that's what the turning point was for me. I was pretty anti-Plexus. I don't know if you know that about me as well. But when Tiffany started posting on Facebook, I wanted nothing to do with Plexus. I was kind of the negative Nelly that was like rolling my eyes every time I read her posts. And it really took her sitting down with me. Well, it took the Lord putting a lot of circumstances in my life that made me stop and say, maybe this is a solution. Maybe this is the answer for us. But anyway, I finally sat down and talked to her, and she told me something that really changed the way that I viewed Plexus. She told me that Blair made $10,000 in 1 month. And that happened to be Blair's 10th month of being an ambassador. So, that honestly, I don't know why, but it really resonated with me. And I think it was because I knew Blair. I'd never really met her, but I kind of felt like I knew her through Tiffany they knew each other in the past. And I don't know why. It just seemed like all of a sudden it was tangible. It was something that was real. There was a person that I actually knew. This wasn't just some random person that was able to do this. It was someone that Tiffany was friends with when she was younger. So I don't know why, but that just something clicked in me. And I thought, well, if she can do this, I can do this. And then not long after that, I did a post. Blair did her post about being invited to Hawaii. And she did a little post about it with her invitation, because back then they gave them a coconut. They were mailed a coconut with the invitation to Hawaii. And she did a post about it, and I commented on that post that I wanted to be there next year. And she did something very important. She immediately responded to my post and said, "You will be." And she said something like, "You can do this." I know it sounds so simple, but for some reason to me, it made me feel like I could. And that belief grew stronger and stronger. It was not easy for me at the beginning, but my why was way bigger than any of those obstacles in front of me. I wanted to be home with my children, and I was not going to give up. So it's a couple things. Number one, that belief, very, very important. I think that's what changes people from being the girl from Office Space, which was me, to being doing what it takes and being extraordinary as far as, and I'll get into kind of like okay, so now I'm here, what are the actual baby steps and steps to make sure that I am successful. So anyway, that belief is huge. The next part is a why. If you don't have a why, then you don't know why you're doing this. You don't work for me, you don't work for Tracy, you don't work for anyone who signed up before you, any sponsors, you don't work for them. You're going to work for whatever drives you. So having a strong why is the next component to that. And the third thing is taking the initiative. And again, that kind of comes back to the why and the belief. And that's going to make you pick up the phone when that phone's really heavy. You don't want to pick it up. You don't want to call that person. You don't want to follow up. It's work, right? But once you get on that call, you realize why you're doing this. So a lot of times that's what it takes. It takes you just doing the things that you know you need to do. And because we can all make excuses. I mean, you guys are going to make some awesome excuses, great ones. Like, you're busy. I know you're busy, but if your why is bigger than your busyness, and if you can make time for this, you'll see why you're doing it. So, okay, what did I put here? Belief began the effort. The effort began the pushing. And when I pushed, I learned. And when I say pushing, I mean pushing myself out of my comfort zone. And then that became the learning and the growing. And that I feel like I kind of like blossomed as a person as I did this business. I don't know if you've heard me say this before, but I think it's like a personal growth disguised as a business, because I feel like I've changed and grown so much, and I've seen Stacy change and grow. I've seen Tiffany, all of us. And then the people that I've signed up, my friends from college and my sister-in-law, I've seen them really blossom into leaders, and I've seen the change in them, and that's so exciting. It's another way we help people. So, all right, let's talk logistics. So now you want to get to that place, and you also, just side note, you want to help instill that in others. And I've done a video about this before. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but find what you believe in your dream team, why you believe they'll be successful, and then don't be shy about telling them that. Tell them you have a huge network. Tell them they're a great leader. Tell them, and feed them that information. Let them know that you notice it about them, and let that shine. So, okay, what are you going to do? Let's say that you're all in. You're ready to go. You really do believe you can do this, and that belief is rock solid. Your why is strong. What do you do now? Follow-up is huge. You kind of want to be relentless in your follow-up without being annoying. I know it sounds kind of hard to do, but when you come from a place of really loving somebody and coming from a place to help them versus coming from a place to sell, or coming from a place to hit a number, or, to get those 5 points as an ambassador, people can see through that. They can tell. So if you ever feel like yourself getting graspy like that, like, okay, well, I just need this one more and then I go silver, stop and say, what does this person need? This person needs their blood sugar regulated. This person needs to get off a certain medication, or this person has such bad anxiety, it's crippling them. That needs to be your focus, not you going silver. So switch that focus a little bit, and I think that will also help you. It frees you to be able to really say what you want to say, instead of just saying what you feel like you should say to get the sale, if that makes sense. And following up with, if you invite somebody to a online event and they actually go and they're posting, you need to be all over that and make sure you're following up. I have lists of people that I followed up with weekly until they joined. I'm not really that organized, sorry to say. So I would scroll through my old messenger and just, I haven't talked to this person for a while. I mean, whatever your organization is, just make sure that you are continuing to follow up. And then dream teamers, I cannot stress dream teamers enough. That's personally what changed my business, was getting dream teamers to actually jump in with me. So don't be afraid to continue to reach out to them. But again, come from a genuine place of care and concern and love for them, not because you want them to join your team, because you know that they're a rock star. So it's all about that perspective change, and be really genuine and honest about it. Goal setting you have to have goal setting. You have to set goals, monthly goals, weekly goals, daily goals. 5-3-1 is my favorite. I used 5-3-1 a lot because when I was teaching full time, I didn't have time. So literally I would Sunday night write my goals for the week. And then I would put daily, I would write 5 names in my 5 column, 5 names in my 3 column. And I did 5 names of new people I was reaching out to, 3 people I was following up with, and then 1 training. And I did trainings during my lunch break while I was also grading papers and listening to a video. So, I mean, there was a lot of multitasking going on. But anyway, so make sure that you're doing whatever works for you, but being consistent about it. And I eventually switched to, I was doing 5 follow-ups, 3 new reach outs, and then 1 training a day. So 531 can mean either of those to you, depending on your situation. And I would just write down the people's names and then cross them off as I sent them a message or sent them a voicemail or whatever. And those are things you guys can be doing while working full time. And it made a huge difference with my business. So following up, sharing, getting out of your comfort zone. If it makes your tummy feel uncomfortable, then do it. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. There's this huge feeling of you feel yourself growing. You feel yourself learning how to take on new situations when you push yourself into those new situations. So if you feel like stale, like your business is stale a little bit, do an online event if you've never done one. Do a sip and see. Do something, reach out to someone, go to a fire station down the street and ask if you can do a quick pink drink tasting. I mean, do things that are just random, but they're going to push you, and you never ever know who the Lord's going to put in front of you at those things. So, and prayer is another big part of it. Pray about your business. Pray about those who you know and that you don't know yet, who need these products and this business, and ask the Lord to put those people before you daily. And then be ready to watch for those people and be ready to share with them. So, I don't want this to be too long. Eek! It's already 11 minutes. So I'm sorry if it's long. I'm hoping this helps. Tracy is an amazing leader, and you guys have a fantastic team. And I know there's potential there that that needs to be unlocked and get you guys invested and excited, because I want you to know I am no one special. I'm just a girl who believed I could do it, and I'm here. So you all can be here too. I hope that helps. Thanks, guys.